son was born 26 years ago, about 6 months after that, I started getting pain in my hip. I started going for treatment and nothing was really working. I went to physio, I went to see specialists, GPs, and was just getting nowhere. My quality of life was deteriorating terribly, to a point that I couldn't even sit in the car for more than 20 minutes to go somewhere. I couldn't go to a restaurant, I couldn't sit at a cinema. So I was sort of becoming very reclusive and stuck at home, doing odd bits and pieces here and there, but I got one day to a point where I couldn't even prune some of the bushes in my garden because of the pain that was going into my neck, because obviously it has a knock-on effect when your body's out of alignment. So I thought, well, I can't carry on like this, I've got to do something about it. So one morning I just thought to myself, right, I'll go and join a walking group, because I tried walking on my own, but it was boring and it was just the same routes because I was a bit scared of getting lost and what have you. So I went down to Shorebirch walking group, the Walkabout Wrekin scheme, joined them, then I moved on to the Apley Woods walking group. And it was while I was walking with them that somebody said to me, why don't you join the Friends of Apley Woods, which is a conservation group. And I'd always loved gardening and doing outdoor tasks and making things. I was a bit apprehensive about whether I was going to be able to do some of the jobs, which I think is what was holding me back over all the years, because I was frightened of committing to something and then disappointing people. But I thought, well, I've got to give it a go. So I joined the group and we just did sort of simple things like sweeping and litter picking. And then after the sort of first year, my fitness was building up really well, and I started doing hedge laying, and I learnt how to coppice trees and was going on courses and things that they were sending me on. So I was learning a lot at the same time. And then that progressed. I got sort of more and more interested and more enthusiastic, and my self-esteem was sort of increasing. And I thought, well, I'll join some other groups, because I couldn't get enough of it by then. So I thought, okay, I'll join I was interested in moths, because we'd done some moth trapping here with the group. They'd come along to do a survey. So I joined the Shropshire Moth group, I joined the Shropshire Mammal group, I joined the Shropshire Bat group. And I go out with them now. We do a lot of surveys, you meet a lot of new people, you get out into the countryside, and you know, you learn how to look for things and see what's there. I mean, going out with these guys, the things that they see, I mean, I'm getting quite tuned in now to things, seeing things in nature, but they can just sort of notice a pinhead at sort of 100 yards, it's amazing. Sort of snowballs, you know, you gain confidence and you just want to do more and more and more. And I mean, I love meeting new people and working with new people. You learn so much off them, because they're all different ages, so they've all got different experiences, different expertise. So I think that drives me into it as well, the social aspect of it, because you just get to meet so many lovely people, and then that opens up different avenues for you as well. Then, you know, they might be into something and say, well, why don't you come along? So off you go. I joined the hospice gardeners, so I work there once a week, so that's a different set of people. And I mean, that's as much about the social aspect and the cup of coffee and the biscuits as it is about the gardening. There's no pressure on you as a volunteer to do more than you're capable of doing, and I think that's important for people to realise, that, you know, even the smallest thing can make a difference, and that's what I like about it so much. There's no pressure there. There's space here, so you know, you come out here, you can be at home, your head's buzzing and fizzing with all these things going around. I've got to write that report, what am I going to do for tea, what was I doing yesterday, or that went wrong, and you can't get away from it. As soon as you come out into this sort of environment, it's absolutely fantastic. You've got space in your head, you've got space to breathe, you haven't got to rush about, there's no emergencies or urgency to do anything. And it's just an escape. You can just forget about everything else and just notice what's around you at that actual moment. It's absolutely brilliant.